Coming up today on Wit from Whit Radio.
This is American Idol.
The series finale of American Idol is here, marking the end of an era for a show that changed the game.
Now I thought I'd make my big break on American Idol.
Plus, the concert experience of former Idol contestant turned YouTube sensation TODRICK Hall.
We made some videos go viral.
Those topics and more are happening now on Wit from Whit Radio. Hey guys, what's up? It's Whit, and I am so tired. It's been a long week, but I'm here. I've got so much to do. We're doing this podcast, though. My friend Gabby is back with me. Hey, Gabby.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, we've got some fun stuff to talk about today, Gabby, but yeah, like I said, I'm super tired. It's been a long week. You been having a good week, though?
I don't know. I'm pretty much with you. It's that time of the year again, end of the semester, and the struggle is very real.
It is. We're almost a few weeks. We're like 16 more days in the semester for school.
Yeah, it's like 4 weeks, kind of.
Yeah.
Give or take a few days.
Yeah, so... Yeah. But it's Wednesday, April 6th, 2016, the day that we're recording this. April's here, that's crazy. April Fool's Day was last Friday, and I sent you a link to an article that broke my heart. I'm glad someone sent it to me first and said, hey, this is the worst April Fool's Day joke ever, or the saddest. But you want to talk about what it was that I sent you?
Well, thanks for the joke anyway. But it was basically about Lizzie McGuire. Everybody knows that Lizzie McGuire is a great show, and it's something that we all grew up on from Disney. And the article is basically saying that they were going to bring it back, and it was going to be really good. And then it was all a scam.
Yeah.
It was just like take my heart out and put it on the table and just forget. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah. So Ryan Seacrest posted this on his website. And I'm so glad somebody sent it to me and said, this is so cruel. This is terrible. Worst April Fool's Day joke ever. Because if I had believed that, oh my goodness. Yeah. Because Lizzie McGuire is literally my favorite TV show of all time. I'm obsessed with Hilary Duff. You know. But, oh my goodness.
That would have been great to see Hillary get back on screen and just be Lizzie again. That would have been amazing. And see Gordo and all her friends. But
I would have been skeptical had I have, if somebody had sent that to me and I'd not known. But I would have been skeptical, but I would have still been excited. But as you read the article, it just starts to sound more and more fake. Like it says...
it's just garbage. Like, you're like, what?
Yeah,
huh?
Like Gordo and Kate are getting married.
And you're like, no, that's not supposed to happen.
And then it was like Steven Spielberg is directing the 8 episodes, and I'm just like, no. And then at the very end, it was like, April Fools, not funny. But April Fool's Day, got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Do you have any fun April Fool's Day jokes you've ever done?
Me? No, not personally. I'm not really big into jokes because I'm super sensitive, so I just pass on hurting people's feelings and getting my feelings hurt. So
I have a few good ones. One in particular I remember in middle school. I told my teacher, I went up to her desk and was talking to her about something, and then I acted like my contact had fallen out. I don't wear contacts, but I had her looking all over her desk. We were looking for that contact. Like, it was so funny.
It's children like you why teachers have trust issues.
I mean, it was like middle school, so, yeah. But that's a good memory for me. Not so good, though, the Liz McGuire one. Don't there are a few things I don't joke about, and Hilary Duff is one of them, so, yeah. But April 2nd was Autism Awareness Day. Right. And that's going to be our FYI for today. I just actually did a report for my school newscast, and autism has been a topic that I've been interested in for a few years now. It really started in high school. We had to do research papers, not Procon, but just research paper. Okay. I made 100 on it, which doesn't seem like a big deal now, but at the time it did. Anything I did in high school now, grade-wise or assignment-wise, seems like nothing.
It doesn't amount to anything right now.
Right. But I did, it did feel like a big deal then, but I did my research paper on autism. And then I also did a report on autism that same year. I think it was my junior year of high school, for my school broadcast there. And then 2 years ago, I did sort of a documentary kind of piece. It was for content that I was producing for the local cable access channel in my hometown. and I did a piece with a family whose son is on the autism spectrum. And so it just really, that particular piece sort of changed everything for me as far as like figuring out what I wanted to do career-wise, sort of, because I came out of high school thinking, oh, I want to work in news, but that piece, it's a very storytelling kind of piece. And it just made me realize that I want to tell stories more so than be the breaking news reporter, that sort of thing. I want to be a producer for storytelling pieces like that. But autism, it's a spectrum disorder. It's a developmental disorder that affects communication and social skills, but it is on a spectrum. So you can be on the high end of the spectrum or the low end of the spectrum. Low end of the spectrum might be nonverbal. They might not be verbal. High end of the spectrum might just be a little bit socially awkward. But, I'm not an expert on the subject. I do feel like I've learned more being involved in autism sort of events and different things the past few years after doing those reports. But yeah, you should go check out the report I just did.
Yes.
It's about an arts organization who, at our school, they hosted 2 local talents who are on the autism spectrum, 2 artists, and it's a really nice piece. I put it on my Facebook page, Wit from Wit, so go check that out. And remember to wear blue and raise awareness for Autism Awareness Month throughout April. So that's your FYI. I hope I gave enough information about it.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, not an expert. So anyway, but yeah, that gets us, that was April 2nd, that was Saturday, and also Saturday we had some fun, and that gets us into sort of our first big topic of the day. Yeah, so what did we do Saturday night, Gabby?
Saturday night was the Hot Toddy show, and if you don't know who Hot Toddy is, it's TODRICK Hall. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, Toddy Rockstar. TODRICK Hall, who is a huge YouTuber. My favorite video of his, and probably his most well-known, I mean, he's known for a lot of his Beyonce stuff, but Beauty and the Beat is probably what he's most well-known for. I love his Disney parodies and stuff, but he came to our school, you guys.
Yes, and
he came to our school.
Shut the house down, just came and lived.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was lit. It was lit.
It was really good. It
Yeah.
was lit. It was lit.
You got into it, Gabby.
I love TODRICK Hall. I'm a big fan of his Mean Girl parodies, his Hocus Pocus parodies. I am a huge fan of Twerking in the Rain. I'm here for it all the way. So
Yeah, he performed Twerking in the Rain, and he invited people on stage, but you didn't make it up there.
yeah, I couldn't move fast enough. But I was still getting down with
Yeah,
the
you
get down.
were.
I was
You
still
were.
there.
Don't know why he came to Middle Tennessee State University, but
Yeah, I don't know how they managed to pull that off, but
yeah, he was acting like he was in Nashville though, which
yeah, he did say,
which
"Hey, Nashville."
we're like metropolitan area of Nashville, but still.
He still came. That's all that matters.
He did.
came.
He did, and it was really fun, and I got some cool videos. Yeah, he walked right by. He walked through the crowd, walked right by me, and I don't even that moment. I kind of just went out of it for a second.
That was a great Snapchat, you guys.
Yeah.
Great. Like he was literally
But like, did
right
you see
there.
me when he did that?
You
Was
were
I just like? Did I just like check out?
He was
for a
like
second?
dazed for a little while. He was like, "Oh my God, is that him?" Like we
Yeah.
weren't at his concert, but yeah.
Well, it's so weird because I just, watch his videos and it's like, oh, this is that person whose videos I watch and enjoy. I'm a big fan of his Disney videos in particular, but his other stuff's really cool too. So it was a great concert though, and he had a lot of inspiring moments, even though he had a lot of videos that he showed. And MTSU, get it together.
Please.
They did not have the screen working. My goodness.
It was supposed to be an interactive show, and you can't interact with the show if the screen does not work. Like it was heartbreaking. And then he showed a special clip of his audition for The Wiz, and
we
you could
couldn't
not
see
see it.
it.
And it just broke my heart because I love The Wiz.
Yeah,
he
should have
for the
been in that.
Scarecrow.
The Wiz Live, he should have been in that. And I wondered why he wasn't the Scarecrow. I mean, good job, Elijah Kelly, but
Yeah.
But yeah, he gave out 7 key motivational points.
Yes.
And they make up an acronym, but go ahead, you have those written down as a note.
Yes,
so.
I do. Okay, so his first tip was believe. You have to believe in everything you do. Yes, his second tip was entrepreneurship. You have to be able to market your brand. His third tip was yes. If you don't say yes about your own project, then don't do it. Number 4 was owning your own brand. Make it yours. Do what you got to do. Number 5 was network. Get out there. Plug. Number 6 was challenge yourself. If it's not a challenge, don't do it. And number 7 was continue to evolve. Just keep growing. And the acronym, of course, if you didn't catch it, was Beyonce.
Yeah, so Beyo.
Yes.
I can't spell NC. Yeah.
Either way, it's Queen Bee.
Yeah.
Queen Bee.
Who he is a huge fan of, has some very cool videos involving her music. But at the end, they did a Q&A, and someone had the nerve to ask him,
was he Team Rihanna or Team B? And I was like, girl, are you reaching or what?
Yeah.
Like, he's clearly Team Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Although Rihanna has her own,
Yeah, you have a shout out for
wins,
Rihanna, right?
Yes, congratulations, Rihanna, on your second consecutive week at number 1 on the Billboard charts for work. She's pretty close to Mariah Carey right now for being
I think she's
being
tied,
one person.
Is she tied with Michael Jackson?
I want to say it's Michael
for
Jackson
the most
for the most
number
number
one
one
singles?
hits. But Rihanna's she's not playing with these people. She didn't come to play.
I think she's just behind Mariah.
Yeah,
and maybe
it's just Mariah left now.
Okay,
it's
but
just
isn't
Mariah.
aren't Elvis and Mariah tied?
I think
I don't know.
I don't know, but either way it go, she's coming for somebody's neck.
Yeah.
She's here.
But Beyonce, that was the point of the TODRICK Hall concert. So
Hall's concert was everything.
Really good.
I wanted
enjoyed
it to be a bigger turnout, but
they didn't open it to the public. It was just for school. But anyway,
It was
I'm not
still good.
I'm not even going to comment on the comedian who went before his opening act.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Next topic.
But yeah, TODRICK Hall, thanks for coming to our school. Thanks for liking the Instagram picture that I posted of you.
Thanks
to
for
his
disappearing so fast.
Yes, he disappeared, and somebody found him and got a picture. I was so mad.
But we still love you.
It was a great show. The vocals were outstanding. The message, everything. And shout out to MTSU for making that happen, honestly. But yeah. But TODRICK Hall, he's really famous on YouTube. He did get his start, though, on American Idol. Now, American Idol is ending this week. Thank goodness, honestly, because it has just fallen down. But I got to say, American Idol, huge part of my life. Huge part.
I think everybody's life. I remember my family getting together just to watch the auditions.
Oh, yeah.
Cause just to laugh at the people who audition and then to see the amazing singers.
Yeah. So it started in 2002. And the first winner, I know, I was 7?
2002?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Or 2001. I think it was 2002. First winner, of course, Kelly Clarkson.
Love you.
Who was after? Ruben Studdard, Fantasia, Carrie Underwood,
Yes.
Taylor Hicks, Jordan Sparks, David Cook, Chris
What? Keep
Allen.
going.
Chris Allen beat Adam Lambert, who was season 9. Lita Wise, Scotty McCreery, Philip Phillips, Candace Glover, Caleb something, Nick Fradiani, and then this year.
Yes.
So,
Where'd you get a golden star?
I know.
That was good.
Okay, well, I've been watching the whole seasons through since season 5, for sure. But they had that show called American Idol Rewind, on TV Guide, and I saw season 1 through 4 of that, really.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like I've watched it since the very, very beginning, and of course, it is not a great show. It's a silly little reality competition.
Yeah.
It's,
But I feel like when it first aired, it was something serious because it had never been done before.
Right.
I feel like it was really big when it
I think it
first
had,
came
but
out.
it just whatever happened. I think it was maybe there hadn't been a superstar come out of a show like that, like Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Wow. And she is my favorite of the winners. My favorite season is season 6, which is the season that Jordan Sparks won. But Melinda Doolittle is my favorite contestant of all time. And she came in 3rd place that season. I was devastated that it wasn't her and Jordan in the finale. But a lot of the idols, including Melinda, are going to be back this week. They actually just last night had a big special that, showed, a look back. And I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. But I'm sure it's going to be very nostalgic. And I might get emotional. I don't know. Even though the last few seasons I've kind of checked out, I've still been watching, but it has not been as good. Really, the last season where I felt like American Idol still felt like American Idol was season 11, I want to say, which was when Philip Phillips won. The season where they brought on Mariah and Nikki, I was like,
oh, yeah.
this is
more
not,
gimmicky.
Yeah,
it was
this
really
is
gimmicky.
going somewhere else. And then after that, it has just felt so irrelevant. The Voice has kind of taken
even
over.
But even the voice is kind of it's kind of sketchy.
The
too.
voice is really well produced, I feel like, if you look at the production of the show compared to American Idol.
Production value, yeah.
Yeah. So
And
same goes with like
it's
Dancing with the
newer,
Stars.
too, yeah.
But good times though, American Idol. I have so many memories. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to make some sort of Instagram post or something just to dedicate my thoughts. I did see the season 6 group in tour in Nashville at what is now, the Bridgestone Arena. I think it had a different name then. But just really good times. Love me some American Idol. I won't miss it because I think it's a few years late. They should have cut it off a few years ago. But anyway, I'm glad to see that for this finale, you're going to have a lot of the contestants back. The original judges are coming back. Hey, Simon. Hey, Randy. Hey, Paula.
Oh, really?
Good days. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm really excited. And your girl, LaPortia, is still in.
I love you, LaPortia. She better win.
We'll see.
She better win.
I'm good for her to win, honestly. But yeah, don't miss the finale of American Idol. That's tomorrow night. Or, well, I don't know when this is going to be posted, but probably tonight because I'm probably going to try to post this on Thursday. But it's a Thursday night finale. So, yeah.
Don't miss it.
Yeah. Rest in peace, American Idol.
Yeah.
Finally, for today's, in case you missed it, Snapchat has an update. I don't like it. Basically, you start playing.
You're just watching too many.
Yeah.
You're just watching everybody's snaps.
You start watching the Snap stories, and then they just go right after each other. And I had this really funny, I don't know if it's a meme. It was really just more of a picture that I posted on Twitter that says, Snapchat update got me scrolling through 7 people's stories thinking Kiki went skiing to the concert and worked a full shift all in one day. And that is exactly what it feels like.
Literally, that's how you feel.
Yeah. So in case you missed I don't think anybody has missed the Snapchat update, but I don't like it. Snapchat, please change it back.
Please. And it's hard because I usually if somebody texts me, I won't text them back. You can't even I can't avoid their Snapchats anymore. I'm trying to stay in secrecy. Snap, stop doing this to me.
That's the thing. It's not so much that I don't want to see it. I just don't want to see it yet or want them to know I've seen it.
I don't want them to know that I've seen it. Come on, Snap. I need some secrecy.
Fix it. And Instagram was supposed to have an update too where you had to turn on people's notifications. Apparently that didn't happen.
And they were supposed to upgrade their videos to 60 seconds
I think
instead
that
of 50.
happened.
It did?
I think I've seen where that's a thing now. But the notification thing, where it was going to put people, it was going to change the order or something, and people who had lots of followers would be at the top.
Yeah.
So,
No,
but
it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope that doesn't happen. I don't really care.
I wasn't really excited for that anyway.
No. So, also, in case you missed it, Gabby, you saw Batman versus Superman.
Yes, I did, and
kind of a flop.
It was. They hyped it up too much. They made it seem like it was going to be this epic battle between Batman and Superman, and only one was going to come out on top, and it was going to change everybody's lives. It wasn't like that. It was pretty disappointing, especially if you know DC Comics. You're like, come on now. That's not how this is supposed to go, but
right.
Whatever. I'm just waiting for Captain America now. Hope that doesn't flop either.
Yeah. Critics did not like Batman versus Superman. Fans, it's, been a little iffy. And then it had a good first weekend at the box office, but then it just dropped this past weekend for its second weekend.
I will say this. If you don't know anything about the comic series or anything about Batman or Superman, you just know who they are based off of movies, you're going to love it. Okay. You're going to love everything about it. But if you have even a little bit of background on anything Batman or Superman, you're going to be like, no.
Okay.
Try again, DC.
Well, I know I like my movie, The Dark Knight, so.
Yeah, that was good, though.
Yeah. That's one of the best superhero movies of all time.
Great, but.
Yeah, really great.
I have high hopes, DC.
My movie, in case you missed it, you need to go see Zootopia. I talk about it in the spring podcast premiere of Disconnected. If you haven't listened to that, go listen. Gabby, you got to go see that movie.
I'm going to get my life together and go see it. I promise you I am. My mom went to go see it, and she loves it.
It's so fun and so funny, but it also has just this great message that you're gonna love it, Gabby. It takes on social issues of today, and it's just wow. So.
Shout out to Disney for taking on those big topics.
Good job, Disney. Yep. Well, Gabby, is there anything else you can think of? Because we got to get to class.
Yeah, Get to class on time. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah. So we kind of got to go. But thanks for listening. Is this kind of a regular thing now? I don't know.
I kind of like this. I kind of like the vibe we got. Give us some feedback, guys. Let us know how you feel.
Yeah, if you're enjoying Wit from Wit Radio. But it's been real, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Bye.